Good, all right, it's shortly after 7 o'clock, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. We'll do a roll call here. I'm Wade Bennett, Council President.
Paul Buckles, Councilman.
Chastity Surface, Council Member.
Jenna Heidi, Clerk Treasurer.
All righty, we're all here. Several things I think to talk about tonight. I guess, first of all, is there a park board committee report?
We haven't done nothing yet.
Okay, all right, totally fine, not a big deal, just didn't want to. Rich Maceros has been our licensed water,
Water operator.
operator for about 18 years, and he has, given us his resignation / retirement. He sends his best and appreciates the opportunity to work for us, and we send back our best to him, thanking him for working for us for 18 years. But that leaves us in a position where we need someone else. So, we have been in contact with, UMAC, Utility Management and Construction LLC. This guy's Tony, Ellis is his name, something like that. He does many communities around Waytown, Wingate, Romney, Darlington, and he is willing to come on at a kind of a weird time for us, right in the middle of bringing up a new water plant, which is kind of unusual, I guess, according to, seems to be anyway. So, he is willing to do this for us for a period, for a compensation of $1,800 monthly, signing a 1-year agreement with him, but he is kind of willing to renegotiate price with us once the new plant is up and going, and everyone, including us, knows what is going to be required from him. He's going to be on site 5 days a week doing all the testing, and so forth, in the beginning. So we'll kind of see how that goes, but really looking forward. Had great conversations with him. We met with him, whatever day it was, Monday, yesterday. Was it yesterday? We met with him? Right? Yeah. It's been a blur. Yes, so I think it's gonna be a good deal.
And also one that I noticed on the bottom of that was, either party can terminate this, within a 30-day period.
Yes, that is correct.
And so
So if it doesn't work out, we're,
we're not obligated for a year, we're just,
yep. So anyway, so I guess at this point, I would entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we, accept this agreement, his name is Tony? With Tony?
oh, it was Troy.
Troy?
Troy, it's at the very bottom.
Troy Ellis.
Yes, Troy, for Utility Management and Construction LLC to maintain the new water plant.
I second that.
Moved and seconded to, accept the proposal from Troy Ellis from, UMAC for his services. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Say we go ahead and. If we don't need it, we don't have to use it. All right, I guess we are to employee reports. Earl, anything to talk about?
They're coming Friday morning to work on the, water system. They got 7 or 8 things they need to get fixed so we can bring some more water and then get it online. I do have some papers there for you.
Okay.
I don't know which one you got up there first, but this is no cost to us. This is what it's gonna cost the customer.
Okay.
it does go into reality, and to bore across 231 with everything is $68,000.
Okay.
Plus they got another $250, coming from the town, and $450 on the wastewater when they hook up their lift station. And right now, that project's on hold for 3 months. Dead in the water right at the moment. The others for Ratcliffe's Homes back in the Bible edition. One's for $54,000. And that's running a 4-inch line where we can tap onto our 4-inch line that's about halfway up Center Street and take it all the way back to the 3 homes they're building. And we'll put a fire hydrant back there. And that would be what it'd cost Ratcliffe just to do that, plus the $250. And they have their own wastewater, so. There is a line running back to the original house back there. We would have to back down and see if that's 2-inch. If it is, we could just run 2-inch on around, and that's the $29,000 one. It's a little cheaper for Ratcliffe, but you have no fire protection whatsoever back there. So, whichever one you want me to tell him, that's what we're gonna quote and do, if he wants to do it. He may back out and put wells in. He can do that, I don't know.
Have you heard specifically, I'm talking about on Ratcliffe now,
Yeah.
is he moving forward with this, or
He's building 3 homes right now.
he has started, huh?
He's already started, they're going up, foundations are in, they're putting lumber back there, they're going up, they're framing. He's got 3 homes sold back there, so he's either gonna hook onto the town, or he's gonna have to put wells in. Originally, he wanted to hook onto the town. I know one of the owners, that would be a new owner, they just as soon he'd pay the price and hook up. So, they don't wanna deal with the well and all that, so.
Well,
I guess my big question is, okay, Ratcliffe only, are they paying this bill to extend it on, or are we paying this bill to extend
They
it to
would
them?
pay us.
They would pay.
He would have to pay us. This is what it's gonna cost him, and I recommend putting a bigger line back there with a fire hydrant.
Well, definitely. But it's gonna be his choice, I
It's
guess.
his choice, either he does it with us, or he puts his own wells in. I mean, that's, cause we're gonna bore down Center Street, price would be to do the boring, so we don't have to pay to put a whole new road in.
How soon, I guess, has he seen these estimates?
No.
I did see him yesterday, and he asked me at his estimates, and I said, I have a rough number, I'm giving it to the town tomorrow night, so he knows it's coming.
Okay.
I will call him tomorrow and say, here it is, the ball's in your court. If you wanted to do it, then we'll get started. If you don't, you put your wells in and we're out of the picture, so.
I mean, at, $41 a month with well, they wouldn't have wastewater, but, I mean, we can't, as much as I would love to help with this, it's isn't us, we can't do that.
You can't pay out that kind of money for
To return for what
To
we're.
someone
Yeah,
water.
he either pays to hook up to get it done, or he puts his own wells in.
I mean,
And I don't know how deep they'll have to go to put a well in and all that, but
can you put a well in for 10,000?
I don't know.
He can, I'm about guaranteed it.
I mean, that might be his best.
Well, no, but he's looking at 3 wells, correct?
Yeah.
You're not gonna share a well.
Well, I guess what I meant was, for a third of that, could he put one in for 10,000 was, I guess was what,
Yeah.
so, I mean, he's gonna be,
Depends on how deep he's gotta go to hit water back there. It's hard to say.
Well, he can spend 30,000 putting in wells, or he can spend 30,000 with us, and we take care of the water. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
Could be on both.
you don't have to worry about any pumps or, any of that stuff.
And that house is worth more with city water.
It's what, oh, it's worth more, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, supposedly, you know, I know what he bought the property for, I know what he sold the first home for, and I know what he's selling East Street for, so he's making a ton of money.
And he,
But what he wants to do, I don't know, but I will relay that to him tomorrow and let him make that decision.
I think it would, also probably be to his best interest, that you are selling property that has fire hydrants
It's gonna
directly
be
in your
cheaper.
neighborhood.
The closer that fire hydrant is to your property, the cheaper your homeowner's insurance is. And there won't be nothing back there. It'd be a nightmare to haul water back there, to get turned around. There's just a little drive, and he's not gonna do anything more to it than put a little stone down on top when they're done, so.
Is he, I guess this, before he gets too deep, I mean, is he, will that area support 3 septic systems? 3 additional, cause the houses that are out there,
The
are they
house out
on,
there
are they on
has its
city
own.
sewer, or are they on?
They're on, everybody back in the Bible edition's on their own system. That house back there, the original house, is on its own septic. So,
So the county has to approve all that.
the county has to prove all that.
Yeah.
He's gonna put the septics on the backside of the house, and they're gonna drain towards that county tile. Is what's gonna happen.
so just for clarity, so, I mean, is he doing that, are you doing the work directly for him?
Earl asked me about getting water back there, that's why I made it to the town of Linden.
Okay.
So, that way you guys can dictate what happens back there, have a little say-so in it, and then him pay the bills. I'll bill Linden, he'll pay you guys, and we'll put it in.
I'm thinking, now this is just me, whatever, just to protect everybody, I'm thinking that a substantial down payment to the town, before this project ever starts, because we're the ones holding the bag.
Well, I guess the question I had was just, you know, contingency money, and I don't know that there, if there's anything they could, I don't know what it would be, but if for some reason you run into an issue and the, you know, it's, you know, 10% higher, is, you know, I mean, is there,
And I mean, yeah, I could call and talk to him with Earl tomorrow, we can meet with him, whatever. And that's roughly where you're gonna be, so.
you know, it's a pretty cut and dry deal, and I realize it's not like it's whatever, but, it is something I was, you know, thinking about is, you know, if we end up in the middle of it some way, and, I mean, it's just,
If you were doing this job, say the town of Linden wasn't involved, would you require, a startup fee
With,
on a project that size?
I would probably put something in there, at least 10% or something to that nature.
And then the rest of it paid upon
Yes.
completion?
You guys have some leg to stand on, because once you put it in there, if you don't pay it, you don't get water, so, I mean, that's.
That's true, good point.
Yeah. And that's just going back and setting 3 meters, that's not hooking up his houses, that's all his responsibility. Same way, it's everything that if you build a new house in town, the town will do for you.
no, I think, it's good.
I think that, well, Earl, you need to talk to him as far as, or meet with, both of you meet with whatever, but as far as the town
I
goes.
just need to know how much you guys want him to pay up front.
Their ordinance says $250.
I understand that, but
That's what your ordinance says.
Yeah.
that's,
That's what your
but,
ordinance says.
but that's a
That's
water,
your
that's,
ordinance.
I know, but that's not construction of a water main.
Well, yeah, it is basically, cause you're setting it up to give them water, and your ordinance says $250, and then when they're done, they pay the whole. That's what your ordinance says.
Well, I think we probably need to make an exception on this one.
You just made it. You can't make an exception to an ordinance. Well, maybe you guys can.
I mean,
$250 is not,
You
it's
just
not.
put a lien on it and collect it. I don't understand why you're worried. You're gonna get your money because if they don't pay you by the next property tax season, they will pay you.
Well, but we're shelling out a lot of money.
Jay's gonna be holding the
Yeah, we don't have a
Right.
bill until Jay digs, and if Jay knows he's not gonna pay it, cause Jay's gonna know the scuffle conversation,
He'll pay it.
yeah,
It-
he'll pay it.
He's not one I worry about.
And if it does come to that, the properties can't change hands without us getting paid.
Yep.
Yeah.
He can't sell them.
He's gonna pay, I just need to,
I understand where you're coming from, though. It's a lot of money for a town of 800 people to be.
I would just have your attorney sign write up a contract that you guys are doing that, and you guys are paying me and he's paying you at the end.
Yeah, I think Stu probably needs to be involved in that.
I think it's a good
Just-
idea. I think it's a good idea.
And he can make some recommendations as to what, and with our existing ordinance in place, as to give a little guidance there. I guess it's better to ask for permission than forgiveness.
cause it may all be for naught, he may say, hey, I'm gonna put wells in,
Yeah.
and that's fine.
And if he does, as much as I'd love to have 3 more water meters,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's long-term,
but, it's just, they take a long time to get.
oh, yeah,
for
it'd
that.
take years, so,
Yeah.
that's all I got.
Alright,
Got Mike and Donna.
yeah, Donna, did you talk about?
Nope, not tonight.
Nothing at all?
Nope.
Rick?
Curbs are starting to get painted, alleyways are starting to get filled in potholes, and, some of the caps and things for the smoke report have been repaired, majority of them as of now. And then, just got another one to finish up, that's gonna be a little bit bigger project.
Did I see, you the other day when you were done, when you make a repair like that, you take a picture of it?
Yes, yes.
Okay, and then that.
I've got befores and afters.
Okay.
Yep.
And I have the rest of that report on email, and I can either get that printed off to you, or I can just send you the file.
Yeah, that's fine. You can send me just email.
Burn up some more of Isaac's.
That's right.
It's actually kind of big, it's actually several pages, but it's the old part of town. What you guys already have is the north end of town and the west, and the other half of that, which I didn't realize I had until I have it, but
Okay.
we'll get it. Mike?
Don't have anything.
What about
We're all
the
good.
RV stuff?
Yeah. I looked over, like I told you, that ordinance that you sent me.
The RV and
Yeah.
cabinet, and, what do you think of that?
Looks good. Mine's all good.
I guess we don't have that
Is it an ordinance or a suggestion or what?
No,
tonight.
it was it was a
Okay.
ordinance,
Yeah.
Yeah, you were asking, how it was incorporated with the ordinance and
He sent us a sample, and then he,
I think he catered it to the town of Linden, and I think he copied it, off of, Wayne-town,
one of them.
another small town, Wayne-town, that had a similar issue. And why don't we, plan on proceeding with that, next month?
Yep.
We'll get a copy, make sure that it's, what we're after, and then we have first reading and all that stuff, or publication, and,
Can,
2026-3 is the ordinance.
20263.
probably maybe ask Stu about, so this guy's been here several months now. I mean, is that no grandfather thing or anything like that?
wasn't anything on that ordinance that we saw that was gonna,
No reference to that.
yeah.
You think that's an issue?
Well, it crossed my mind, but, yeah, I didn't see it in there either, but. I'd be sitting this run by and just make sure that cover that end of it.
Yep.
I know, once it goes, it ain't gonna be good.
Yeah, probably not, but neither is his generator running.
No,
So there is a resident living there in
Oh,
the
yeah.
trailer. There's, with no
I mean, keeping the
sanitary.
yard mowed, believe it or not, but he doesn't, Earl said that Titmont's been in now there, but they haven't ran any power.
There's no,
And I keep seeing the guy
meter.
messing with that meter thing, and I don't know what he's doing.
Titmont's been in and out, I've talked to them guys a few times, but there's no meter on the pole.
Are they anything more feedback than that?
Well, they just ran the service over, and I'm guessing it probably has to do with paying. They're not gonna hook anything up until it's completely paid for and legal. But, I don't know. I wouldn't have a problem if he just get a porta pot set there.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you know as well as I do, that's probably not on his agenda.
You got 2 adults and 1 teenager living in there, so,
So, yeah,
I mean, I don't know what. That tank has to be beyond full,
it's,
that is a moot.
but he needs to get a porta pot with all of them living there now, and the kid getting off the bus, or. With the kids there now, then we could bring in the suit tie people if we need to.
Yeah, I don't, yeah.
It'll be ugly, I guarantee you.
Again, things were different, and it would be different,
Yeah.
yeah, so we'll leave it there.
Well, either we deal with it now or we're gonna be dealing with it later, one way or the other. And apparently, it's not as times get harder in the country, in the county, you're gonna see that stuff. And you might as well protect yourself and get it in front of you before.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely, I agree completely.
Yeah,
Anything else?
that's it.
Okay. Anything to talk about?
Nope, I do not.
I have just, following up from the previous minutes, the covering on Evergreen drain, was that completed or is that an ongoing?
That was down on Evergreen and 231, where that low area is.
No.
And you were gonna look into
No, we haven't got a cover on it yet, but yeah, I have looked at it.
something
so
that,
we're gonna have to
a
do-
dome shape
Yeah, we
cover
gotta-
or something.
There's a gas line running right next to it, natural gas, so we're gonna suck down and fix it without hitting the gas line, so.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, what could go wrong with that?
Like fill the tire up all the way to the wastewater plant, so.
Hold on.
I actually think that property belongs to the
Okay.
guy just to the east of there.
Oh, really? Dude, where's the Beacon Show? Really?
Yeah, that property line's real close. We got a water main runs right through there.
You talking about here or?
Down there.
Oh, I'm sorry, I jumped out of here,
Yeah, so, but yeah, there's a gas line right next to it. The water's just a couple feet away at Main, so we'll have to. And we'll probably then, at that same time, take some riprap rock and go out there in that tile in that field and set that back up, so at least 98% of that field water then goes in that drain to the ditch.
I did
And
notice
very
that
little
the last
in it.
time, I did notice the last time that there was a the water was coming more down
Yeah,
from that
it-
field
it's-
than
The riprap
after.
rock is sank down and it's just overrunning it, it don't let it stay long enough to get that drain, so. I think we need to put some more in there.
Where's that at?
It's on the field that's just north of the city limits, or, Harris, the Harris property.
Oh, yeah, Kent,
Kent,
yeah.
Kent Harris, or the Harris family, whichever, but
Yeah.
it's just right there in the corner where we put that tile in, so.
That needs a little tuning.
Yeah, cause once it starts going in that tile, then it won't come down the ditch and won't flood like it does, so. Cause at one time it quit flooding, so. But I think it's just all sank and we just need to build it back up, so. And Jetmot's supposed to reset that pole in there.
I don't remember, is it really close to it?
No, it's, cause we got a water main right between them, so. We'll have to. But they've been gonna set that pole for 9 months now, so.
Wow.
Is that something we're gonna have to get a dump truck and get it in there, or how did they originally do that? Did they drive in the field and?
They drove in the field.
You know, it's probably planted by now, and that's kind of an,
Yeah, but we can still get it in there, but it'll work out. But we're gonna have to get some riprap rock and place in there. Yeah, just so it hits it, drops it into the tile, then it'll be gone to the ditch.
For the longest time, it didn't,
Yeah, it didn't, it just stopped it all from flooding, so.
Good deal. Anything else? So I guess I have a few things to talk about.
you get Jan,
I'm sorry?
don't forget Jan.
Oh, did I talk about?
You already asked me.
Did I?
Yeah. She's not listening.
You still don't have anything to talk about?
I don't.
Okay. So I don't see it on the claims, and I don't remember exactly when it renews, but the Silversmith software for the HydroAlert, I think doesn't that renew in May?
Now what? You went from the claims to the Silversmith to who?
So I guess what I wanna talk about are the HydroAlert for the water hydrants. Is that something that I think about 20 of our 60-some hydrants have that on them, is the way I understand it. And do we want to? It just seems like the OCD in me, it's like, why, are these helping? Are we using them? Do we need them on the other 40? Do we need them on the 20?
Well,
that we
all the
have?
water's ones, they won't work on, and we didn't know that till after all the facts, is when the salesman finally said, hey, they won't work. So all the water's ones, and there's a lot of them, they would have to be replaced. And it's like, dude, the ones that are on, yeah, they work. But, man, to just take out a hydrant, just to hook it up,
I mean, that's what I think also.
do you really wanna do that? If we'd have knew that ahead of time, we'd have never done it. But he did not make that clear.
And the other part of
So-
that is that the hydrant product that we bought included the 10 years of monitoring. But we're also paying $1,000 a year for the software, and the two aren't one and the same, even though I think we were told that in the beginning.
Yeah.
So that was something that again, we weren't made aware of or whatever. So,
If I remember right, that was a major investment to get what we did do.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell you what that cost.
Well, it
anymore,
was
but-
several dollars.
and
I would be questionable if we went any further with it. If the software's not doing us any good, why are we paying the software? And as far as the life of the monitoring system, we've had that, what, 5-6 years, something like that? You know, let it run out to the life expectancy and call it a day.
They would love to come give us a presentation on the software that we are buying and show us how other communities are using it. Frankfurt has 128 users that are on it 8 hours a day, and they log everything they do on this software. And out in Audubon and all the other, whatever they do. And it probably has value if we wanted to.
There's
It comes at a sizable expense.
Yeah, 'cause you're gonna have to replace, I think it's like 19 or 21 fire hydrants
I mean, it's,
to even put it on.
right, well, they have a new sensor that's $1,550 that will fit on a more universal deal, but again, it's another $50,000 for something.
Yeah, I just, me personally, after the way they did things,
Okay, well, that's what I think.
it just ain't worth all the money spent.
Okay, and do we wanna participate, what about the software? I'm fine telling them no, but I know it's gonna be on the claims next month, cause I think it
I
renews in
would
May.
just do away with the software and be done with it. I just
Let it ride out.
let it ride out to wherever it's,
Okay.
wherever the end point is on that, I'd let it be. I wouldn't invest any more in that.
Perfect, I just wanna be prepared.
They were not upfront, that salesman wasn't,
Yep.
until after the fact, and, oh, yeah, by the way, they won't work.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
you just killed me,
Yep. No.
so.
Yep, I understand. Okay, all right, that's all I really had on that.
Do you want a motion on that to terminate that, or just, don't matter to me?
Nah.
Okay, it's all right.
That's fine.
I mean, you're just terminating the agreement right now, and then as they come to the end of their life,
Yeah.
then that's it.
If we don't pay for the software, it'll just quit working, which is.
Cause they're gonna tell you next thing is, well, that's outdated, you gotta put them all, change them all now.
Oh, 100%. So
Yeah,
it's,
so it's not.
So the 20 that
Why
are
do you
working.
think it's May? Did you talk to somebody and they said May?
Yeah.
Cause I think we pay 1,000 every January.
Maybe we did.
Well, if we paid it, and we just let it ride out.
So, well, you only got like, how many more months? I mean, it's coming to an end.
Yeah. So, yeah, either way.
I don't think they're gonna give us a refund.
Yeah, maybe the anniversary day when we bought it was in May, and maybe
That might have
they,
been by the time they got done,
or-
or did the yearly contract.
and maybe they prorated a year or something, so it gave it.
That could be.
Mm.
All right, well, I'll think about something else. Let's see, what else are we gonna talk about? Was there something else we're gonna talk about? So, Rick and I have been talking about getting a hydrovac. And we've got some prices here on that
A
from
what?
a hydrovac trailer, from anywhere from a, few hundred hour used machine to a new ditch witch or something. And we got prices basically from 48,000 to 80,000, and we were just kicking around the idea, curious as much as anything where we are in terms of cash, and if it made sense to buy one of these things. I think it would help, our day-to-day activities and what we do, and being able to get things done. I don't know if it's our cash flow and, that sort of thing, so.
With, just throwing this out, with our water plant as we are right now, I know once we get it online, we have to change, I think it's well number 1, bring well number 1 onto the new plant. Am I thinking right?
Yeah.
Is it well 1? And that is, we haven't paid for any of that. Was that,
There was that.
or is there provisions already in the bid contract for that, and have we paid for that, or
For
is it?
what?
17,000 is what we owe is what that will be when that comes due.
When they do it,
Yeah.
it's $17,000.
And then there's another $3,900
I don't know
due
what we're talking about.
The
to
what,
change
bring it,
from well one to the existing place to it's.
So you're saying it's outside of the bid?
No, it just hasn't been paid yet, it hasn't been done yet, so it hasn't. been
Right,
paid.
but it's still in the bid?
Yes.
Okay. So you've got the bid covered? But if you're doing
That
the
was-
adds or subtracts, that's not in the bid, the bid's covered,
Okay.
the project bid is covered.
And I talked to Josh I've bugged him about it 2 or 3 different times from 2 or 3 different angles, and he's confident that there shouldn't be anything else outstanding on that.
there shouldn't be anything else as far as expenses, as far as the water plant
Yes,
as we see today, right now.
yes. And we don't have to make a decision tonight, but I wanted to bring it up and see what everybody thought about it. And, where we stood in terms of funding and just. Do you think it's something that we could afford, should afford?
Do what?
Do you think that that is something that we have the funds to make that purchase?
Do you care what account it comes out of?
I mean, realistically, it'll be used for
A little bit of everything.
a little bit of everything, really. Street signs, sucking out.
So we'll find whatever money is there. Do you want it this year or next year?
It'd be nice to have for the summer, but if we don't have it,
Well, no, we'll just figure out budget limits and how much cash we got left. For this year.
I'm just gonna chime in there, if you're gonna buy one and you have one employee, you better buy one with a boom on it.
we're not gonna get a toy.
Because one guy can't do it all.
Yeah.
You have to have at least 2 guys if you don't have a boom. And really with the boom, you still have to have 2 guys.
Need to check with the insurance company, cause if you're gonna start hydrovacing, you gotta have extra coverage. Because you're dealing with other people's utilities.
I was just pitching that out there, Wade. I don't care what you guys do, I'm just saying.
Sure.
Really, if you're gonna buy something, study it and look at a boom, because fighting that hose, it does not work. I own 3 of them. The first one I bought didn't have a boom.
No, I agree
So
completely.
what's the machine considered on insurance? I mean, it's not like a vehicle, so
No, I mean,
what would
it'd just be
it,
a trailer, I
construction?
mean, it'd be a trailer with,
Would it be considered construction
yeah,
or operational or
Construction.
construction? Okay.
it's just on a trailer, it's just something.
Cause we don't do that, so we don't have any of that on our policy.
Right.
We have
And he's
backhoe.
gonna be reviewing, yeah, but when we first bought the backhoe, it's in the minutes that you did not want him digging. So it's not considered a construction. It's more of a hauler and mover and make things easier access and,
I'll call
so,
Mitchell?
yeah,
you can call him or send him an email.
I'll go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, just send him an email and, because he's getting ready to start to review everything for next year's fees.
Okay. Yep, that's a good point.
It's not, well, it's not like you're using a construction, it's not like you're building anything. You're, you know, if you put a street sign in or a post or any of that stuff, it's, you know, it's maintenance. I don't know, I guess the insurance company could tell you more about.
Just give me a copy
Oh, yeah,
of
sure.
what it is and then I'll just send that to them and.
It's just when you dig in the ground, there's other utilities.
Yes.
You gotta have coverage and be bonded.
And
So if
insurance
you hit it,
classifies it different
you're
than
covered.
we classify stuff.
So that's the only thing I said, you know, make sure that we got enough.
You don't have to give me a copy, just write down on a piece of paper.
Oh, I was just, well, yeah, there you go.
I just need size. So like here would be the system, the VAC system.
Yeah, I think one of them.
And I think the serial number would tell him more than anything. You know how you call your insurance, it's like, what's their number?
I think you're right.
So,
I think you're
we'll
right.
just give him that and see what they say.
Should they say? I mean, maybe cost for him to down, I don't know, but, I think a lot of things we do a whole lot easier around here.
Well,
We have-
sounds to me like we could just table that to next month
Absolutely,
and
no hurry.
allow us time to,
Yep.
look into it.
I think, oh, public comment?
What do those sensors do in the water under the hydrants? They monitor flow
What they do
or
is they.
pressure?
Pressure.
Okay.
Yes. They tell if I guess they also tell if it's been disturbed. So like, if somebody's taking the caps off or doing something weird with it, it will send an alert, and it'll also alert if it has water in the thing. So like if it's, the caps are on and it's open and it's getting cold and it has water in it, and it's could potentially freeze up and bust, it will send an alert that just says there's water in it and needs looked at. It doesn't think about flow or anything like that, just basically if it has pressure.
It doesn't have anything to do with how much water's flowing through. The presence of water is
Yeah.
what it's seeking.
Yeah.
Is that somebody had turned it on. Theoretically, where these sensors are, it should be dry. You turn a fire hydrant on, take the caps off, turn the fire hydrant on, that water comes out. Well, that presence of water triggers an alarm.
Oh,
That
so it
you
has
have
nothing to do with pressure.
No, it don't.
It's a moisture sensor.
Yes, it's that, and then also, if you go out there and somebody's beating on it, or, somebody runs over one, it sends a signal that it's supposed to be tamper-proof,
Yeah.
that, or not tamper-proof, but it alerts if somebody is tampering with it, that somebody's fooling around with a fire hydrant or something. And I guess these are sensitive enough that you can take a wrench and go out there and tap on it, and it'll send a signal.
Yeah, no,
It sounds good, it's just expensive,
yeah.
and I don't,
Are the hydrants on branches or loops?
Most of them's on loops.
originally, I think it was set up, or towns, a sizable amount, that if you have these fire hydrants scattered all over the place, and somebody in the middle of the night goes out there and tampers around, putting, open fire hydrant and drive away, it sends a signal to your plant operator that, hey, you got something going on with that fire hydrant, you
Right.
better be checking on it. And, I mean, that's what originally, what they were designed for.
I got another one. They, recently replaced my sewer line, because it was defective in some way. I have cracking in my garage floor, and there's a sunken spot. And we ran a camera up through that storm drain, and it didn't really appear to have any real problems. But my sewer line was 1.5 to 2 inches lower from one piece to the other. Now, I'm not sure what that is, whether it's a sewer line or it was the storm drain. They crisscross each other, right in my north side of my house. What I'm trying to figure out is if I've got a void under my garage or something else going on.
And just asking, cause I don't know, I remember they did some work down there,
Right.
and you had some issues down there.
When they replaced my sewer line, they didn't dig up the original. The original's about 6 feet down. 8 feet down, maybe, I don't know. How deep is it, Earl? That hole they put in by the street there is pretty damn deep. What they put back in drops down 3 or 4 feet to get to the
So
original.
they did away with the old one and you put in a new one, just
He put
installed
a
a new
lateral
line
from his house to
to the main.
the lateral coming off of the main.
Yeah.
And it ran, that storm drain of the counties runs from the corner, hit that street where the fire hydrant is, right straight west through his yard, under his concrete drive, all the way out to that field. And it's got multiple places in the field, it had it in his yard. The county needs to fix the dang thing now. I don't know if they will. I know when that fire hydrant got ran over, that water all got away because of the holes that was in that county tile, so.
So, we decided at one time we were gonna replace that tile out to the open ditch out of our own drain fund. But, Brent Bible, who farms that farm, and Bart Maxwell, and also Tom Cummins, all three told me that that was not our problem. Now, if there's work that needs done, we need to get it done. But all three of those
Yeah.
people indicated that there had been multiple tile holes fixed, and it was in
I don't know how
good
many
shape.
they fixed, but I think underneath his driveway, you're just gonna have to sleeve it.
And if that needs done, but from the weird structure out there, where the,
Collector is there in my backyard.
yes, that, to the open ditch, all three of those indicated that it's
That's
pretty
good.
good. And if they all felt like we had better things to spend our money on than that. But if there's something else that needs done,
The only thing I know to do is go there in the corner of the street and run a camera down it. And it down into that other open grate in the west side of his yard and see what that looks like all through there.
from that structure,
From the structure at the fire hydrant, or right across the road, straight west of the structure on the west side of his property, just before it hits the field. See if what's going on in there.
do we have any other items in the hopper for our drainage budget this year?
For who?
For our drainage budget, I know last year we bought those structures out there.
Stormwater?
Yeah. I know what I just said, but yeah,
It flows good, as long as you're not getting a lot of rain. It's too small in diameter to handle what it's handling when it really rains. All 3 or 4 of those yards flood on that corner. When it rained the other day, it was big time, that last big rain we had. It floods from there and then it's flooded out in the field.
But it went away though.
Yeah, it went away.
Any idea how big that drainage tile is?
Not offhand, no. None of them are gonna be big enough for every rain, but
No.
I don't know how big that one is. That was put in
There's
umpteen
20,000
million.
budgeted.
so we've got some money in there.
We've got some money to run. If a camera, would do it, and at least see what we're dealing with.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first thing to do, is run a camera down through there and see what it is.
Do you think it's changed since the last time it did that?
I don't know. That'd be what I'd start with first.
Has it been done already?
That outfit came down there before, ran a camera up through there, what was that, year before last? Or last year?
The ones that fixed your sewer line?
No, the ones before that, the one that, they came out there and they ran it all the way across to Williams's old place, across the street to the east.
I don't remember off the top of my head, so.
Did we do it, or?
They ran clear up to the alley at, Holly and Jacob Miller's place. Half a block up,
On the storm.
storm drain.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Would that have been the county by chance? I mean, would they have done that?
Might have been the county. I don't remember us doing it.
I don't know, these guys had a really big truck. And they,
That would have been the county.
I'll ask,
They have an outfit outfit that goes around, so we'd have to talk to Cummings on that.
And if they did, they would have,
They would have the pictures.
they have the recording on that.
Yeah.
They went through it, but they, and I don't,
Yeah, Cummings would know that, but I know they hire this company out of Plainfield or Fisher, someplace over there, I think it's Plainfield. And they do their camera work, it's a big truck, they can go for
I can't remember.
thousands of feet, so.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Can't remember the name of the company either.
Yeah, but we didn't do that, so.
It's Mason's locating, I believe.
I'll ask Tom.
Well, Tom may have some knowledge about what's
Yeah,
transpiring there, and,
well, that's what, that.
and if he, and it may not be any good today, that same, and it may need to be, another camera ran there and find out what the issue is, especially on your property, as to what's going on.
well, you talked about putting a ditch on the other side of the street. It's like, it's not gonna solve the problem I've got. I mean, if there's, just because the tile's there, water's, if it's overwhelmed, water seeps out between the cracks.
Mm-hmm,
These things don't fit like a, what do they call it, a belt fitting
yeah,
or whatever, they just butt up into each other. It's concrete. So it's, every time it gets overwhelmed, it's washing out somewhere where there's a half-inch gap instead of a quarter or whatever. Over time,
for sure. It's either gonna fill up or it's
and
gonna,
with all the other clay tiles out there, who knows where the hell the dirt and all that shit's going. So,
you're right.
Now, is it, what you're talking about there, is that on your property, is that? You're talking about the clay,
I'm talking about the storm drain. And I don't know honestly, marker-wise, if that's on me or on us or on you. I don't know.
okay, all right, that's fine. But is it in the field or is that in town?
That's in my yard.
Okay, all right, I guess that's where I'm at, okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay.
And the field, he had 3 spots about 3 years ago he fixed out there. They dug it up themselves and patched whatever was wrong with it. I never saw that. I saw them doing it, but I didn't see what kind of a leak they were fixing.
Yeah, and like I said, all three of those guys indicated that that is actually in pretty good shape across the field. And I didn't think that. I thought it was not good at all, because none of the rest of it is. Why would that be? But all three of those guys said that, if we've got money to spend it, that's, not the lowest hanging fruit for us. So, but if there's a problem on,
Right.
across your,
It's,
across you, I mean, I mean, 'cause
like I say, I don't know if it's a problem. The water gets away, but I've got another hole in the yard. Not that big around. That's what they look like snake holes when they start
they don't get smaller.
doing, no.
They don't get smaller.
And the other thing is the cracks in the garage. I've got one on the east side of my garage that's about this unlevel now. And that crack wasn't there 3 years ago. And it's noticeable. I mean, and I don't know if am I gonna spend $1,600 to have somebody come out and tell me there's no hole under there? How do I approach that? I mean, do I have holes drilled and probed, or has somebody got, what do they call it? Sonar, what is that? They put on concrete or whatever to tell whether there's a void under it.
Oh, I don't know, sonar or
Yeah, something like that.
Hmm.
I have no idea on that.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I know that, they repaired the sewage line, but that didn't have anything to do with your garage before.
No, that didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I think the storm drain underneath is causing problems down through there, I think. Whether it shows that it's broken or not,
Yeah.
or it has a tree limb in it, or whatever root in it,
Right.
I don't know. But something made that sewer line gap that far from from underneath, either something's collapsed underneath it.
Well, how far is the sewage, how far is the drainage line, the drain that you're talking about, the what, not the sewage line, but the county drain or whatever, how far is that away from your garage? How
It
far?
was right in front of my garage.
Oh, is it? Is that close?
My
Yeah,
garage faces the north, and that line runs east and west in front of my garage. From the corner by the fire hydrant, out to that drain out there at the back of the property.
Okay, I didn't know where it was at.
Yeah, and it crosses my sewer line.
Okay.
And what was it, I think they said 41 feet out from the house is where the break was, or the unevenness, whatever you wanna call it.
Well, if you ran the camera down that drainage line, and you could see if there was a crack or questionable area in your garage area, am I correct, Jay, on that? You could see if there was,
Sucking, if there was dirt in that tile or whatever.
you could see something
Or a
that would tell
piece
something
missing on
about.
the side of it or whatever. EcoStruxure, the name you need to use, Wade. EcoStruxure. Ask Tom if Eco done it.
Was it a Mason what?
Mason locating, they just do locate stuff.
I think we had them do some wastewater stuff on South Street when they were talking about doing some over
Yeah,
there.
several years ago, we had them in, that same company. I would start with them and then we'd go
Eco's,
from there.
Eco's who done our stuff right up here.
This line and
Yeah, well, we done the sewer, that's who come and done that.
What else?
We're just gonna have to look into that, because find out somebody can help us out, or go
Yeah.
from there. I mean, that's all we can do at this point with Steve. See what's going on there.
Yep. So, it was kind of brought to my attention, and I don't know what to make of it. But, so I believe that when the new water plant comes on, the old water plant pumps water to the tower, then the tower pressurizes the system. And this, my understanding is some of the water is gonna be fed from a different direction, even though it kind of loops. Comment was, some of the water, because of it changing directions, is going to, we're gonna need to flush the heck out of the hydrants. And it's gonna make some, cause that stuff's been
Could
laying.
be some nasty water.
Cause that stuff's been laying in there 80 years, and the water, and it changes directions, it's gonna wanna move it. And that might be an excellent opportunity to flush all the hydrants. But my point is, I wonder if we should, when we get ready to do this, put a post on Facebook, we're gonna do this, and, you know, don't be surprised if and when kind of thing. Cause, I mean, it's not the water, it's gonna be just the
Well, we have a nice sign out in front of the library
we do.
that is a nice,
I wish I knew better exactly when this was all gonna happen.
I think they could put that up with we need to put notice out that if we're gonna be doing fire hydrant, that there could be some discoloration with the water, and we need to have all that done within a certain time frame. You know, like the week of whatever the week is, take 7 days and make sure you get all the fire hydrants flushed, and some of them twice if you have to.
Yeah, cause that, they mentioned that just because the water's gonna be feeding the other way, and on a lot of them, maybe not all of them, I don't know, but some of them are gonna be changing.
it feeds through the system. When it leaves down there, it feeds through the whole town and then goes up around the water tower and through the water tower and feeds. So it's gonna feed the same direction. It's,
Might be, I don't know.
yeah.
But
It's gonna feed the same way, but it's just gonna keep it. The big difference you're gonna see is the water tower now shuts off at 46.3. It does not, them pumps don't come back on until it gets down to 39.3. So you'll notice, you know, sometimes you don't have the pressure in your house that you did maybe the night before or that morning. The new system will hold it at we'll probably end up at 44 to 46 PSI, and it will hold it there 24/7. So you're gonna have better pressure. And once we get the system cleaned out and it's doing what it's supposed to down there and automatically flushing on its own, then they'll stay clean. But
We have in the job description for the water plant is those fire hydrants are flushed twice a year. And I know for a fact, they haven't been flushed in years.
well,
Years. So here we got a new high dollar water plant coming on. And like Wade said, as far as the fire department goes, you need to have those hydrants flushed, you have new water, you have fresh water
We're
out
gonna
there,
get
and
them
then
flushed.
also, that makes sure that the fire hydrant is operable.
yeah.
That you can turn it on and you can get the caps off and all that, but if the caps haven't been taken off in 10 years, it's an issue, so,
Well,
it's
they're
a job.
me and Rick's gonna flush them before we get going here and during that startup time. But there's a lot more water that gets flushed out of that system than what people realize, and there's other ways to do it besides just blowing it on the ground.
Well,
So-
it needs to be done, it's long overdue.
They all work and we haven't ever failed any test. So, but me and Rick's gonna take care of it and it'll be fine.
They just recommended that we may do some damage control because there is gonna be some disturbance.
Yeah, they're definitely, because you're gonna hold that pressure better. You just, and it'll hold it around the clock, you know, so, but. And people will like it once we get up, get the bugs worked out, we'll get it cleaned, and then
So
it'll be good.
We just need to put the word out that we are going to do fire hydrant flushing and in a certain time frame, and if we have to, we can put it on the water bill, if whatever it is, and we can also use the sign we paid for. And,
Yep, nope, all right.
and there's no reason for people to be alarmed if they happen to see it.
No, that'll be good, it goes up on that sign or on
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
whatever.
part of the, I mean,
chat
just
is.
the other day, there was a posting on Facebook about water being yellow and whatever, and that's what and they said, well, it would be nice if the town would let us know if they're changing something. Well,
And we don't.
we are gonna change something.
We're gonna change a lot, and we don't need a month of ugligrams on Facebook when we could carry the message and say, hey, we're gonna be doing this, your water is gonna be yellow this week. We're,
Just be prepared for that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and, you know, maybe we offer, you know, we need to think about maybe a credit for, you know, we're gonna, you know, you're gonna run your water an hour, why, you know, whatever, kind of thing. Because it is, I mean, there's no doubt about it, it is gonna be,
It's gonna happen.
no doubt in my mind, it's gonna happen.
We sent a letter out with, needed to know the connections about this. We notified everybody in town that changes were coming. So, it's not that we don't tell people.
We could reference that, hey, remember when we said, we're gonna be doing this, this is the
We
week.
had a whole letter that we wrote.
I got another question, since we're on water. You said it triggers at 39.3. Minimum is 40 for the state, right? Pressure wise?
No, that's when the pumps come back on, the tower's not empty.
No, I'm just saying in general, water pressure at a person's home should be 40. Right,
Well-
minimum, and maximum's 80.
There ain't no way you can run 80.
I'm not trying to, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the parameters for the thing.
yeah, but on our old system, that is how it's set up. On the new system, it won't be that way,
It'd be just
it'll
constant
be
pressure.
constant pressure.
All right, but I'm just saying, if we've been holding 40 all this time, because we got old shitty pipes, what's constant 44 or 46 gonna do once everybody's on it, turning on and off and doing all this stuff?
Well, we have it's gonna be, you're gonna have to bring us on carefully and
Oh,
where,
yeah,
where
we're
you're,
gonna
you're
gradually
gonna be watching
build
this
up.
pressure, and we wanna maintain really no more than what our maximum is.
It's not gonna go past 46 PSI.
Yeah, it's not gonna go past.
That's the most it'd be up to. We're gonna start out about 44 PSI and let it run for X number of days or X number of weeks, and then bump it up to 45 and then 46, but that'd be the max.
But you won't never see it down to 39 again,
Yeah,
39.3, you'll never see it down there
you'll
again.
just hold it at that, that's
No,
all.
I'm not worried about under pressure. I'd like a little more.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, some of these water lines are in this
That's what I'm
town,
talking about.
Yeah.
Are we
they've
gonna
got
be able
some
to get
age.
50 out of it?
What's that?
Are we gonna be able to get 50 out of it?
No.
No, we're not even gonna run
No.
at 50.
No. You're asking for trouble. You'd be looking at a major water line.
Them 1937 AC pipes they won't stay in that.
Okay, I'm just asking.
So, 46 would be the most, that's what the system's used to running on, and we're just gonna maintain it at that, instead of that big drop. We just won't get the surges.
And this is pretty common, 46, any place that's got a water tower without pumps, just gravity feed, that's what you're looking at. I mean, we got a 75,000 gallon water tank that's elevated in the air, and that's pretty common across Indiana and rural areas that still have water towers. You might see a little bit higher, a little bit lower, but that's pretty common. You'll never see 80. You'll never
No,
see
I'm
80.
just,
Maybe Purdue University up there who has unlimited funds and those pumps are probably a variable speed pump.
They're variable speed pump.
We could do that probably, but we don't have the water lines to support it.
Nothing in your house is gonna hold up to it.
No.
You're gonna blow the faucets out, your water heater.
I mean, maybe just so everybody, with no tower, the water pressure is gonna be coming off of a pump, so it's gonna keep it at a much more, consistent pressure than the limit switches on, the water tower that are, down here.
right.
So,
And the pressure's based off of the pressure off the water tower, not the pressure in the lines anyway.
Is what?
It's based off the water tower pressure, not the pressure in the lines.
yeah, it's based on the head pressure that
The head pressure in the top of that water tower is how
Yep.
the water's based off of the pressure of your
So
water.
many.
It's not the pressure in the lines, it's the pressure in the top of that tank.
So what was that?
It would kick back on at 39.3.
So that's what it is up there?
Yes.
that's what where the sensor is, but I think the sensor is probably down here at the well.
Sensor's down at the water plant,
Yeah.
but
But
it drops so many feet, then kicks on, and it's gotta fill it back up.
So it's 3 or 4
And that's why you get that if you're taking a shower and all of a sudden, if your pressure increases, okay, the pump's kicked on. The tower's calling for water, and they kick on.
But it's not gonna be instant, it's gonna be, it takes a while for
For everything to go up.
Yeah, so, but the new system, it's just gonna hold it at that pressure.
Yep.
Because if you go on the north side of that water tower, you got better water pressure than on this side of town. Especially when it drops down before the pumps ever kick back on. There's a big difference in parts of the town. So it's gonna help that a lot, especially people with 2-story houses.
Yep, so.
The rates should be lower on the west side.
Yeah, we'll take that under advisement.
I mean, we'll be interested, because we don't know how all this is plumbed, I mean, this was plumbed back in the 30s, we don't know what's underground, I mean, we don't know, is there a place where there's we don't.
Thanks, Steve.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it acts, I mean, feeding from the other end of it,
Yep.
I mean.
And you're always gonna have leaks. I don't care if you got a new system, old system, it happens.
Yep.
So,
When it happens,
we'll just fix it and go on.
that's all we can do.
So, anything else?
Yes.
Yes.
You talked about Facebook. That's one of the things that me and my husband have a qualm about. We don't do Facebook.
Okay,
The point is that we don't get information because we're not in that realm don't know what you put things on. And I've talked to a couple of other people in town that are the same way, and they get kind of left out too.
How would you like to be communicated with?
I don't know, sign on, we've been relying a lot on that sign right now through the
Good.
library.
Good.
But, I don't know, maybe in your Facebook post, check on your neighbors, talk to your neighbors, let them know, something to the effect, I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of neighbors that are on it, you know, to say, hey, check with your neighbors, see if they know. I don't know.
How big's the comment section on the water bill?
I mean, I don't have the answer.
Type stuff.
Water bill only goes out once a month. So if they want alerts and notifications more often,
That's
it's
not
not.
gonna happen with the water bill.
Can't you do an
I'm
automated?
more worried about everybody on Facebook. What about people not on Facebook?
Can we put that, can we put it on the website?
Oh, Keith, you're the administrator.
I'm the administrator. I'm the administrator.
Wow.
Um,
You're not gonna be able to have everybody know what's going on right now. It's just not gonna happen. We'll put it out everywhere. You got.
I mean, you can put, not
Tuesday
everybody,
afternoon, when I'm reading my book, I don't wanna know what's going on in town. So if you put stuff out right then, I'm not gonna see it. I'm not on Facebook, so I don't talk to my neighbor. There's a lot of,
not everybody's on Facebook.
not everybody's on Facebook.
That's right. That's just what I'm putting out there, because everything seems to be on that, and we miss out, so. I don't have the answers, I'm truly here to say, I don't have the answers.
Okay, all right, well, we will keep that in mind.
So can you make a list of what is working, and make a list of what other people use, and make a list of options that you'd like to see? Just write a bunch of stuff down that you've heard, that you've seen, that you think about, and give it to me, because there's other towns that have the same issues.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you know, there's so many people that I think get fed up with Facebook, and they've got nothing, and gone to some other thing, you know, so I don't know what everybody's on. I just know that we don't have Facebook, and I've heard a couple others in town say the same thing, so that's it. Like I said, I don't have any answers, I'm just saying, not everybody gets on Facebook.
Nope, I appreciate that very much. Anything else?
There's usually not very much, town-related stuff on Facebook, other than the community events and stuff like that, but, I mean, unless somebody's making a comment about something, but most of the time, that's not a very positive thing.
All righty.
Rant and rave about dumpster day?
What's that?
No.
Did anybody rant and rave about dumpster day?
I don't think we heard
You know,
anything.
I never heard anything on dumpster day, the only thing I saw was Rick said that the, dumpster day was full,
Well,
I mean, the people that I talked to through town and just helping out and whatever, everything was pretty positive. Nothing was like negative towards like, oh, why can't I do this or whatever. Everybody was just happy that they can get rid of their stuff.
Let me ask you, what, about the location of it, was it a good thing, or was it a bad thing?
So that's gonna be mixed. I think it was a great thing for convenience center town maybe, bad thing for people that just doesn't, they take advantage a little bit and don't appreciate what the town is doing for them. So after hours, when it was already posted, granted, I understand nobody and everybody gets it, but, you know, you can only put out so many cones and they're just gonna hop it anyway. So, I think, controlling it was a little harder, but it wasn't a huge mess, but, I mean, there's still, I mean, it was to deal with, but, so, yeah, I mean, if we gotta go back the next day and clean it up or whatever the case may be, then that's fine.
didn't see the envelope signed.
I make a motion that we accept the minutes of the meeting of last year, or last month. No, March 31st.
Moved in second to accept the minutes from the March 31st meeting. All in favor, say aye. Motion carries. Yeah, no, that happens to me more than I am willing to admit.
I make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
Nope, well, one more, you got to, approve the claims first.
We did. No, I didn't. I'm not on track. I make a motion that we accept the claim vouchers from March.
I second that motion.
It's not from March. It's the last meeting to the current meeting.
March 31st
Through today.
April 28th.
Okay.
I second that.
I need to go take
Moved and seconded to approve the claim voucher as presented. All in favor, say aye. One more thing, water softener salt, should we get I think we should get a pallet of it from somewhere.
That's what I was gonna do.
Puritan's got it for, $10 a bag. Rural King has this for $6 a bag. The bags are smaller, but there's more bags, so it's a little cheaper per unit, but.
Yeah, I was just gonna get a skid of it. I was gonna check Menards and the places we had accounts already.
They don't have any.
Menards don't have any salt?
No, they have the yellow and the green.
Okay.
They don't have the solar salt.
Yes, so,
But I can go down there and talk to them and see, we can get something set up.
Can we just, talk to Puritan, maybe have them just deliver a pallet? Is that what we're thinking? It's either that or we're gonna have to haul it by hand or
Yeah,
unload it.
I'll go down and talk to them, get everything set up, paperwork wise,
Okay.
then have them bring up a skid
I
and set it off.
actually want to get a call with their knickers down.
So, cause I know what, I'll have to take down tax papers and all that, so.
The, Rural Kings was 40-pound bags, which
Yeah.
they laser handle, but doesn't matter. There was more smaller bags, but it was still
Yeah.
basically the same
Mhm.
amount on the pallet.
Cause I was gonna take one of the empty bags down and say, here's what we're using, what do you have that equals this, or the same?
Yeah.
It's gotta equal it, so.
Um,
Then take the paperwork down, so the office is happy.
Sounds good.
I make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
We're done.